I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive. Can write my story. I'm beyond.
Good morning! So I wanted to quickly videotape basically how I get through my days with having so many chronic illnesses. I have had friends that tell me that I'm very positive, or I've run into somebody at a public location and I might be having some sort of heart monitors on, or I have my service dog with me, and I constantly, daily get people ask, oh, what is that? What do you use it for? Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm getting in your business. Oh, just curious, things like that. And then when I do tell them why I'm wearing a particular machine, or why I have it, or why I have freckles and stuff like that, they somehow come back to me and say, well, like I'll pray for you and things like that. But they always come back to me and say things of the sort of things like, you look so positive, or you seem to be taking this well, or you must be really strong, things like that. And so I kind of wanted to just quickly go through the things that keep me the way I am. I do have notes here just because I tend to fall off script very easily. Don't mind my clothing. I'm actually just getting ready to have a full weekend of fun. Happy Gay Pride! Woo! So I will be doing that. So I'm just in mid clothing, changing. I just got my hair done, so now I have to change. But I have many different things, but I have down 6 things that get me through the day and having all these illnesses. And so number 1, small victories. So basically, I don't like to focus on losing a battle. So if I go into a clinic, like the Mayo Clinic is my main place I go to, and the night before I was looking forward to my results, I was hoping for this this diagnosis or lack thereof, things like that. When I get the news saying that I might have this and it's not what I was looking for, I try not to focus on things like that. I try to just kind of think positive. I try to think, I try to think of my small victories. So I try to think of, well, I woke up today. I was able to live today. When somebody else woke up and they woke up to extremely bad news. For instance, maybe they have a terminal cancer, or maybe they didn't wake up at all. Or maybe they woke up to the news that their whole family was burned in a fire. I try to think of what I guess would be my small victories, and that is, and honestly they're not even small, they are pretty large, and that is, I woke up today. I was able to live another day, unlike most, or not most people, but other people. I was able to eat and laugh and have a new day of memories to add to my list of memories. I lived just to see the world, and so I try to think in a way that makes me go, somebody else didn't get to live like this. And I might wake up and get bad news about my health. I might get bad news that I woke up to my dog having an accident in the house, something like that. I just try to get past that, knowing that there's always something worse out there. So yeah. Number 2, do what you love. I try to do things I love on a daily basis. So I'm a full-time makeup artist. I don't wear makeup, which is really weird. I wear makeup when I go out on the town. And that doesn't mean like go out to a local bar or to a restaurant. I mean really go out, wear the heels, the dress, and go out. That happens maybe once every few months. And so I will do the whole makeup and hair, which I just got done doing my face. I gotta kind of fix my hair though. But makeup I do on a regular at home, and I do videos and YouTube, and then I then I take it off for the evening so I can go to bed and all. But I love doing makeup. I love taking care of the animals. I also have a sanctuary, so I love going to the farm on a regular basis. Obviously, I go there every morning, every night. If it's a really good day, or if I'm down, or I'm just having a really bad day because of my health, whatever it might be, I like to go there and spend some time there as well and just cuddle with them, relax with them, things like that. I used to like painting. I don't do that much anymore, but I'm just now getting into yoga. I have one of those yoga swings. It's called a trapeze. I love that. So I try to make sure that I get things done on a daily basis that I need to get done, and I always try to squeeze in something that I enjoy immensely, because most people can't even do that. And on good days, I try to do that just in case. What happens if a few hours later something happens and I get extremely sick, or the next day I'm sick for a whole week and I'm in the hospital for 7 days, and I'm like, well, crap, I really miss doing makeup. At least I felt like I did something right before I got sick. 3, find good in everything. So that means for me is patience. I try to I have patience and I don't have patience, so it's a contradiction there, but I don't have patience for certain things, and I won't try to leave the topic, but like when I drive, I don't have patience. But when it comes to my health, the longer it gets into my health, year by year, I get less patient, because I'm like, I just need to know, I need to get better, things like that. But I just try to, I guess, I don't know, think about those who have something worse than me, and think about, like, I might be having a better life than they are, and it just keeps rolling. Someone always has a worse life than you, or a better life, things like that. So I try to think in that way. Where you going, girl? And I also try to go and think of things like, sorry, I had a glitch, but I try to think of things that I feel are bad in my life, and I try to somehow make it positive. So I'm trying to think of an example. My examples tend to be horrible, but maybe I get a phone call from the doctor and says, you need to come in tomorrow to the Mayo Clinic. I have to drive my 4 hours because we read your test wrong. And I go there and they say, all right, so this is what we thought you have, but now you have something that's even 50 times worse than what we originally thought it was. So for instance, what if I had a rare heart condition that would put me in the hospital 2 weeks out of the month for the rest of my life? But I won't die, but it's so extreme and so rare that they need to keep an eye out on me and medications, and they don't want me going back and forth. So 2 weeks out of the month for the rest of my life, which means I have 2 weeks to be home and to enjoy my life as best I can. So most people will just, they cry and get sad, or go and drink, or do things that they feel will make them feel better, or they get through the day after that bad news. I try, it doesn't happen all the time because I am human, but I try to think of things that are positive, that I need to turn it around. So I go and think things like, well, that's 2 weeks home. It could have been a month. It could have been 3 weeks. It could have been, I'm gonna die. I have 6 months to live. So yes, that it's an extreme case, but no matter what it is, I always try to turn it around. And that might not be even with my health. That might be something dealing with being home, losing a job, which that happens quite often with me because of my health. But anything, my dogs, my cats, my animals, my house, my bills, my friendships, whatever it might be, I try to find a way to turn it around, to make it positive. Or embrace bad times. You can't be happy 100% of the time. Sometimes you can feel so down that you want to change how bad you feel. So I indulge in it, basically. So sometimes you can't change. If you feel really bad, sometimes you can't think positive. Like I said, I'm human. It's trying your best, but it may not happen fully. So I indulge in it because, you've heard in your lifetime that crying is not a bad thing. It releases all kinds of different things in your body that your body kind of needs. And so I indulge in it. Some women or men, anybody really, likes to eat chocolate and ice cream and and cry watching sad movies, and they purposely find sad movies to cry more. Me is, as long as I have some sort of TV, if it's a TV show, after about 2 episodes, I completely just disappear and I completely forget that I was in a bad mood. It may show up a little bit like, oh wow, but then it disappears again because I start laughing at a part in a TV show or movie. So I indulge in it. The way I indulge is TV of some sort, whether it be Netflix, things like that, and a bag of chips. I love chips. I'm a salt person. I'm not really a big sugar person, which is a good thing since salt is kind of needed in my diet. Okay, we're getting close now. 5, recognize success. Sorry, you probably hear my dog in the background, my other dog, and now the camera shaking. Small steps, baby steps is what people need to do. Progress happens, and it may not be a huge step of change, but it's something. My doctor called me and says, wow, we looked at your blood test, your numbers are getting better. Instead of taking 5 medications, just drop it down to 4, you know? So it's baby steps. Those baby steps will eventually collect, and that makes a big impact in your life. So that means just pretty much anything. Okay, so the next one is number 6. Okay, last but not least, it is adjust. Your limitations take a hold over your life sometimes. And that just means that with a chronic illness, things change a lot. And sometimes it's for the best, but in your eyes, you're not happy with the situation changing. My situations are that I am ill too many days out of the week, out of the month, that most jobs do not want to hire me. Now, as a makeup artist, I do weddings and TV, film, stuff like that. So it's more freelance, so I could choose to take the job or not. But because I live in a state that doesn't have a lot of what I need as an artist, I also have to keep a day job, which is still in the makeup artistry. It's nothing but makeup. It's all I do. I still have to get hired under somebody and do the interview, get paid by a company, unlike getting money that is mine and it's in cash, things like that. And with that, jobs don't want to hire you, or they fire you right away. And so when you have no money, you have no way of paying your bills, you have no way of living. I also am so sick that I need help at times, not a lot, but I need help at times, and I can't really be alone. So I've had episodes coming home and I'm feeling it and I'm barely making it and I almost crashed my car, or I did crash my car, or I get home and I have an episode in the car, thankfully not when I'm driving, or when I get out of the car and I'm trying to get into my house and I fall between my car and my front door. And so limitations, things like that, it does take a hold over your life, but I guess you have to kind of change it and suck it up and realize what the positives coming out of it. So for instance, me, I can't be alone, which means I either have to have a roommate of friendships, or a roommate meaning my family. Either I move in with them, or they move in with me, or we move in together. And I have no way of paying bills, so then it comes to that, you know, feeling like you might be more of a teenager in school because my phone is ringing because this is a business in this house, so I need a house phone, and it's never anybody. Alright guys, so I had to stop the video. I didn't want you guys to listen to the phone ring the whole time. Back to adjusting. Adjusting your life because of limitations. So I had to adjust my life. So did everyone surrounding my life. And this person is actually my father. He has to adjust his life because now he has to take care of me. I have to stay with him. Things like that. And you know, I have to figure out a way to make money because I don't like the idea of my daddy having to pay for my bills when I am 33 years old and things like that. So the thing is with that, I am adjusting because there are things that are coming in my life that I probably wouldn't be experiencing with this change. And that is that because I need to stay home, I can't do a lot of movement. Being home, I get sick and have episodes, but typically it's as soon as I leave the house and I'm driving, I don't know what this is, but I'm driving or I'm shopping, I'm walking, standing, things like that. I can't do a lot. So I need something that makes me happy still and fulfills those needs. Or, what was I talking about? So living here at the house, I now get to experience starting my own company. I'm going to be starting my own cosmetic line. So that would keep me home. I can still work for myself, do everything I love, and do things that I haven't done that I get to experience that I've always wanted to try. Now, if I wasn't sick, I probably would still be doing what I was doing prior. And honestly, I wasn't loving it. In this state, like I said, is very different for what I do for my career. But it worked, and I was doing okay. But I think that with this change in my life, I kind of think it might be even better. So I'm adjusting and having to kind of step back, breathe, and think about things gonna change. My dad has to adjust his life. He's gotta live with his daughter. His daughter's gotta live with him. He's gotta help me with bills, take me to and from doctor's appointments. So I'm not the only one adjusting. My father's adjusting, which means your family probably has to adjust. Your friends have to adjust. And you have to step back and realize that it's not just about you. It's everyone surrounding your life as well. So with that, as I come down here, 1, small victories. 2, do what you love. 3, find the good in everything. 4, embrace bad times. 5, recognize success. And 6, adjust. That is what I try to live my life like. I try to make sure I do all of that. It may not always happen, which is why out of the 6, I try to just embrace my bad times and just take it as is and get to my Netflix, hang out with my animals, eat my chips, and then just indulge in the bad times because it's going to happen. So, please maybe comment below and tell me what you do to make it through your chronic illnesses, or if you're just having a sick day and you have the flu, what do you do to get through your day? I'm going to go and enjoy this amazing weekend, and I will probably record this weekend as well, and I hope to see you guys soon. Kisses!
I'm beyond the archetype.